Are we on?
We're on, yes,
We
we're
don't
on.
know because it doesn't say
I know
on.
we're on. Yeah.
Now we are.
You
Hello.
were on before.
Were we?
We're always on. What the heck?
True.
I'm on. Are you on?
Exactly. Look, I'm moving. Can I just move?
Of course
right.
you are.
There we are.
Got a nice stove there in the background. Don't you love
With the
our
little animal
extractor
waving.
fan up there? Isn't that lovely?
It extracts, you know,
Kettle, salt and pepper, knives.
dried roses. Yes, so here we are back again. The day in the life of the idiots and how they've survived 50 years of marriage.
More importantly,
I've no idea how we have. How are you out there?
How
For the
are
love
you?
of God, talk to us. We need all the help we can get. We're going mental here. And then we're watching all this horrendous stuff in Minnesota. God. It's hopeless. It's weird though, you know, coming from the UK, because we've been here 37 years, so that means I spent another 34 years in the UK and Europe and that. The police over here, my opinion, I don't know, don't seem to be trained very well in anything other than brute force. It's got to be this, what do they call it? Zero tolerance. I mean, they're handcuffing people for what? Nothing. And if anybody looks dangerous, they seem to shoot them. What happened to the training over in Europe, etc., takes about 4 times longer to become a police person there than it does here. And there's a lot of people here that seem to be ex-military, so I'm not quite sure what that gives you, depending on where you were when you were doing your military. You could have PTSD before you even get there. Anyway, so what can we do to affect any change? Well, the only thing I can do, I think, is to be me, being me. Just the way I go around talking to people. I think I embarrassed you today in that restaurant. I'm always... Do you want to tell them or not?
No, you do it.
No, you do it. You're on the roll. Tell them. What did I do?
So today in Oak Park, Illinois, we can go to restaurants outside. So there's a Greek restaurant with the tables are outside, and there was a family of 3, a guy with his wife and daughter, and then on another table a single woman, and Jeff is just kind of chatting to them. That was it, really.
Oh, is that it? Oh.
Well, I don't know.
Could you embellish?
What was it you
This
said?
is a story.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
let the truth get in the way of a good story.
You tell it. You, the one that was doing
There
it.
were 2 of the tables, but the sun was on both of them. So I went up to the table with the 3 and I said, do you mind moving over to that one? Because it's a little hot over there and I'd like to... And they just started laughing, didn't they?
Well, to begin with, the guy, and he's this big black guy, you know, and he was kind of like, I think he was going to thump you or something, and then he got it that you were just joking. But can you imagine this guy comes over and tells you to move from your table because it's too...
But there was a single woman at the other table of 4, and I said, well, really, she should move, because there's only one of her. And then she started like saying, get lost, I'm not... But the whole thing, it was really
very
funny.
funny. You were very funny.
Yes.
Yes.
But not to Val. It was most embarrassing.
It was... Well, here's the thing with you. It was great, and it was funny, and they were all laughing. The problem with you is then it feels like you just want to carry on.
Oh, yes.
And, now we're
Sit
kind
at
of
the
like...
table with them.
Yes.
Yes, how are you doing? Let's sit down and eat bread. I could have stolen his fries because they looked good.
Yeah. So you become the kind of the scary person.
Old,
That's just
fat, white man.
Not
Yes.
going to ever go away. Now you're sitting at their table.
But I didn't sit at their table, and I
No,
would
you
never
didn't.
do that. But anyway.
I did
But
one time.
You did?
Do you remember that time that we were out there and there was a couple that weren't talking?
Oh my God, yes.
This couple was at the next table and they literally were not talking whatsoever.
Looked very unhappy.
Very unhappy. And I went over and sat down and I said, look, life's really short. I don't know what's going on with you two, but I think that you need to, communicate and talk.
Actually, it was very good for them because I think they realised what they were doing.
Yeah.
And they did start talking, and then they thanked you on the way out.
I don't know why I did that though. It seems totally outrageous.
Drunk?
And was I?
No.
Was I drunk? I could have been, slightly.
But anyway, so what do
Yeah.
we do about this horrendous stuff that keeps occurring in America? Boy, I just don't get it. Guns and my right to do whatever I want to do whenever I feel like it. Very weird. I don't know. But
I think
anyway,
it's
so my
fear.
job. Well, it's
I
always
mean, I think it's just
fear.
fear. They're scared that people are going to suddenly whip out a gun, which does happen. I mean, that is what happens. People can
Because
whip
there's
out
guns.
and shoot them. So they're
Yeah.
obviously like, it's not going to happen to me. But there's got to be a point where if someone is not armed, why would you continue? And why were they watching? And oh my God. And then why didn't anybody do anything about it? Why are they videotaping this thing going
Because
on?
it's a police state, babe.
Oh,
If
boy.
anybody had interfered with those 4 officers, guess where they would be? You cannot interfere with a policeman. You can't do anything. He can actually stand there, which we've seen happen, and actually kill somebody or punch them in the face, and there's nothing you can do.
Well, could you not though? If that happened to us,
And they know they're being videoed.
could we not say,
Couldn't care
"Hey,
less."
get your fucking
But
knee off that guy"?
Yes, that's what they were saying.
Oh, it said I couldn't even watch it. It was just so awful.
Yeah, we live in a police state. Mind you, I think everywhere is a police state. You can't do anything. You can't take any action. You can't do anything. You've just got to sit there and watch it happening.
You know what the awful thing is, though? There are many cops out there who are doing a really great job and going into horrendous situations. I mean, the job that they have is scary.
It's horrendous.
And they're going, all of the things that they have to do, I can't even imagine. Somebody's died in a house and they've been
3
in there
weeks ago.
and so all the stuff they have to do. And it's really sad to me that a few of them, because I think I don't know. I'm talking out the top of my arse now because I really don't know. I'm saying a few. But, the media, it's a shame that we all have to see this awful, horrendous behaviour going on.
Well, I think it was Will Smith that said, nothing has changed except now it's all on camera.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
So now we see everything.
Can't get away with it.
And the way Trump handles it is so sadly lacking in any awareness.
So
But
what
anyway,
did you think of him then? So he was reading it tonight. We watched it, didn't we, on YouTube? So what did you think?
He seems to be devoid of humanity or empathy or anything. I mean, he's saying, and we, our heart goes out to the people, and you can see that he doesn't care at all. He's just reading something.
Right.
I'm just amazed that bright, intelligent, articulate people are watching this guy going, yes, he's a great president. Just his body language alone tells you.
Right.
But anyway,
Did you
it
see?
doesn't matter.
Did you see Biden? I don't know if it was today or no, it was
Yes.
the memorial, and he was so heartfelt, wasn't he? I thought he did a really great job.
Well, but yes, anybody's better than what we've got.
Oh, but he did a really good job. I mean,
Yeah.
he was coming from a place where he does know what it's like to have death in the family. I mean, he knows what that is like.
Yes, yeah. But anyway, what do we do about it?
Well,
We have to live exemplary lives. What? What does that mean? Well, it means being great with everybody we meet, having fun, talking with people, communicating, letting people see that this person is not going to do anything, that we're here to be the best we can for everybody that we meet. The only thing I can control is me.
would you want a glass of water?
Eee,
Come
can't
on,
believe it.
go on, you're doing really well.
No, it's too
Carry
late
on.
now. You've ruined it.
Go
I'm
on.
just getting in nice stride.
I'm
and you-
sorry, carry on. I'm going to leave the picture. Go on. And I present
50
to you,
years.
Mr. Jeff
50
James.
years. No, I've got. There is nothing. I mean, we protest. I send money in and I talk with people and have to. in the end, I've got to lie in bed at night and go, well, what are you doing? And the only thing I can say is I'm going to make a difference by being the best that I can be in terms of humanity. That we are all, and it doesn't matter what we look like or ethnicities and baddy diddly boo. Like, can we just be human beings on the planet instead of this pomp and circumstance? It's like watching England with all these pomp and circumstance and the flag flying, and it's the same here. Can we just be human beings on the planet and not, I'm proud to be an American? What does that mean? There's not much at the moment to be proud of. And over the last number of years, very little. Iraq, Afghanistan, appalling mistakes that are still going on. But we're proud. I don't know. What is pride? It's one of the 7 deadly sins. That's why. Because pride cometh before a fall. So let's not do this pride business. Let's just be great at being human beings on the planet, wanting to be the best, trying to do the best in very difficult circumstances. Nobody said it was easy. And we can do it. We've been locked away for ages. And there you go. So we just... I get upset, annoyed, pissed off, angry. But I say to myself, right, you've been pissed off and angry before, you great fat white man. So how long do you want to keep that up for? And then in she pops to remind me. You are a big fat white man. An angry big fat white man. And so I just stopped doing it. Very nice, thank you. Be the best. All of us have the right to be graceful, to be aware, to be empathetic, to acknowledge. And yes, we're going to get angry and frustrated. And, you know, I've tried to talk to some people who support him, and I realized I was wasting my time because they're so fervent and, what's the word, not aware of what's going on. They're like, what is it called? When you fundamentalists. I can't talk. There is nothing to say. I've just got to say thank you, God, for letting me see what it's like, and then move on to my life again and be the best I can be. Would you like to pop in now? Well, I disagree with everything you've just said. Let me say...
disagree with you. Fundamentally, you're something... No, I agree with you. Except the pride...
She never says you're absolutely right. It's I agree with you, but... Go on, but me.
I am... Well, I think it's difficult. Look, we talk about being great and extraordinary, and but we're not. We're human beings. You and I get pissed off with each other. We argue, we bicker, and thanks for keep interrupting. Right. And we can't really keep it together all the time. I don't think, and I think when we think that we are going to keep it together and be great and not get angry and not get depressed, and then I think we're really on the road to feeling upset with ourselves. I think America is doing an amazing job. I think most people are doing a fantastic job, especially now. There's so many volunteers, and so I think that we can be proud. I think that we are a shining light. I do. I think people are looking at us. We've got this full transparency going on right now, and I'm really hopeful that because of this incident, this awareness will come, and maybe the training will change for cops. And
yes, I don't get the training.
Maybe there's a lot of awareness happens, and so we've got to remember those that are doing a great job, who must be feeling so shitty right now that they've been let down by people in the force that have done this horrendous deed. And they've got to carry on. I mean, imagine. So you imagine you're a cop and you've got to go out there, and then people are looking at you and thinking you're bad, and and they're having to live with that. So, and that's the thing about all of this. You cannot look at people and point the finger and be judgmental without, you know, looking at ourselves. We get pissed off and angry and upset. So I think a lot of it is about acceptance. Accept ourselves, accept other people. But remember, listen, why are we in America, for goodness sake? Why did we come here and become American citizens? We could have stayed in the UK, but we came here for a reason. Because I think America is great, and I think it's a way to shine the way. Don't you think?
Well,
I do. I do
think
anyway.
what's happening at the moment is, I hope, a wake-up call to everybody that this is not the way to live. This is not the kind of government we want. This is not the way that we want our police to behave. So I'm hoping that wake-up call will happen. It's like the virus. Once it's gone, I hope we don't go back to the good old days, which were bloody hopeless. No good old days. I want us to start looking at a new way of living. The reason that businesses want us to go back to work is that you can get the virus, who cares, get back to work because we need the economy and money. It's always about money. Maybe it shouldn't be. Maybe it should be about human beings again. The reason that it's all about the attitude that you have in life. I remember in England, well, I don't remember because I was a little baby, but in 1949...
The year I was born.
Yes.
Yes.
The equivalent of the Democrats got in and said, this has to stop. England was just won the war but really lost it economically. There was nothing left and half the male population was dead. And they had to start again and there was no money coming in. So the new government became a democratic government with a Welshman called Bevan, and he said, it stops now. Every person in the United Kingdom will have free health and free education. And that's when it started, back in 1949. That's what we need to do. Look at what do we really need to be human beings on the planet? We want to be the best? Then let's get our people to be the best. Let's re-educate. Let's educate. Let's give them the chance and the opportunity, no matter where they live, to get a good education with a great school. And if you're ill, this is not, this is the only Western country, I hate to say, where medicine is a profit. It's the only country in the Western world where it's all about money. Let's stop that. Let's just have clinics that will see everybody and that you don't have to pay for much. And if you want insurance to have a better, faster way of doing it, go ahead and do it. But the rest of us will have free health care. Sounds like a socialist to me. Oh dear God, no. We don't even know what that word means, and it's bandied about here like, they just raped me. What? Nothing's happened. If you take away the Medicare and Medicaid from these people who go about shouting socialism, it's social, it's socialized. The police force is socialized. The fire brigade is socialized. The
veterans,
the veterans get free. It's all social. Stop it. Think about what you're saying. It doesn't mean that you end up like Venezuela. That's a great example of being so. It's not. Those are dictatorships. Russian was a dictatorship. It wasn't communism. It was a group of highly privileged oligarchies who ruled for years and years and years. Nothing to do with the people. They couldn't care less. Let us care about the people and be the best that we can. How do you do that? Starts with you, ends with you. Be great.
I like that, darling. I think that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
How's your tood?
Yeah, well, that's the
How's
thing
your dude?
that we have to watch
Get your
for.
attitude up and running.
See, what
Be
we
the
really
best.
have to watch for is
Is?
not being a hater of the haters. That's the big thing, I think.
Well, hopefully I haven't.
No,
good.
you haven't,
Oh,
no.
just when you said that.
No, but I know I can get in. I can see certain politicians and, you know, and I start hating them and, you know, it's... then I'm just the same as they are, so it's gotta, you know...
Now, it's good to be angry and upset because it's part of being human. To love people, you have to hate to find out what love is, and you have to love to find out what hate is. So we know we're going to hate, get pissed off and that. But if we talk to each other as partners, I don't mean go out into the local bar and talk about it, but with friends, with people you trust, and say, this is what I'm really angry about, and get it out. Get it out. So it's gone. It's gone. The more we bottle it up, the more pissed off we get, and then I become not only a fat old white man, but an angry fat old white man. And it doesn't get much worse than that one.
A fat angry one.
So let's not be. Let's.
Do you
just
know what
be-
I've
Yes.
got?
What?
A special view. I have
Uh-oh.
got. I got this when we were in Seattle. It's a clearing spray.
I thought that was for the toilet.
It's it's mind, heart, body, spirit,
Are you,
and it's a clearing spray. So you spray this, and it
are you
just
sure it isn't for the toilet?
No, it clears the energy.
Oh, good. I thought
Can you
I'd
smell
broken
it?
wind or something disgusting. Yes, I can. Enough.
It's lovely.
They always frighten me, those things, because it's all
Why?
chemicals and stuff. Don't do it.
No, I'm just looking. It actually doesn't say what the hell's in
But
it.
yeah,
No, it could be.
use only on the toilet seat.
It
Oh
doesn't
my God.
say that.
We're doomed. So, and like you know, and the trouble is, here we are sitting. We're sitting in the kitchen, but we were sitting in the porch,
Yes.
and it was absolutely gorgeous day. Blue skies with a few gorgeous white clouds floating.
American clouds.
American clouds.
American blue sky.
Blue sky. And it's like, oh my God, does it get any better than this? For a few minutes, we could just relax and not think of anything and just look at the sky. Oh, sorry. Do you want to say that I burped again? And
No, I'm not going to say that. No,
Okay.
you know what? I mean, this is kind of life, isn't it? It's keeping that equilibrium, because you were watching that show the other day about how there are 20 refrigerated trucks
full of bodies in New
full of
York.
bodies in New York.
Are we getting back to that again?
Well, no, but it's like it's like holding that space of, like you were saying, love and hate. Horrible
There's a
things
thin
going
line
on.
between love and hate.
And then I didn't know that there was a place called Hart Island where they put
In New York. Yeah.
paupers who have
The
no,
pauper's grave.
and it's the Rikers prison.
Rikers prison
inmates,
people that have to dig the graves. Well, it's huge trenches and they just pile these cheap pine coffins and there you
So,
go.
so all this time, this is going on and that's going on, and people are. But that's why we're all so connected, because there are people organising those 20 freezer trucks of bodies. People are taking care of that, so we don't have to. And so I think it's especially you and I, because we are old and we don't really have very much responsibility now.
Oh, I thought you were going to
Kids
say we
are
don't
grown.
have too long
So-
to go. But
But I think it's really is important for us to keep our, to
Peckers up.
smile when we go out, for you to have fun with that guy and his family there.
I really
and,
enjoyed it.
So it's
So-
kind of like, sometimes it feels like we're not really doing very much, but I think if you can smile at someone and keep your pecker up, so to speak, and bring a little smile to someone, that helps somebody laugh, I think
And
that's
go out and say
huge.
thank you to the garbage guys. I do that a lot. Just say, be safe. The little post lady who comes around and delivers the mail. How you doing? Yeah, great. Remember, keep safe and thank you for what you do. Just little nonsense things like that make so much difference to people.
Yeah.
And smile, even through your mask.
Smile, though your heart is breaking. Smile, even though it's aching. You'll find the sun.
And would you believe she sings in a choir? Oh my God. Stop. Stop. Right.
Right. Okay. Is that enough?
No, not really. Well,
Oh,
but anyway, no.
you're
we're
so funny.
But
You
say
love
not
this,
enough,
don't
and then
you?
you tell me we have to do an hour and a half.
No,
No,
you
that
do
was a
not
lie.
have to do an hour and a half. Nobody wants to see us for an hour and a half. For God's
Excuse
sakes.
me.
Oh, what a life, eh? Are you glad you're in America?
Oh yeah. Always.
Oh, good, because sometimes
matter
when you
what
talk
happens.
about the pride and the flag, and I think, oh God.
Yeah, but that's unfortunately that's everywhere we go.
And you did bring us all
Canada,
here.
England, Spain. It's the flag, and it's like really.
Yeah.
Really? If you go up there in the, of course, you flat earthers won't agree with this, but if you go outside into the orbit, you'll see that the Earth is spherical shape. There is no line saying this is America, this is Mexico, this is Pakistan. There's nothing. It's just a big, massive land with a huge amount of water. But we can't say I'm a human being on the planet. We have to go, I'm a proud.
Actually, I'm quite excited for
What?
the Dragon spaceship to go up tomorrow.
Oh, let's hope it goes up
Trying
tomorrow.
to relaunch. I was watching that and then they couldn't do it because of the
Musky.
weather.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Because of all of our technology and everything that we do, the weather is
Nature
the thing
controls everything.
it was too windy.
Too windy.
And there's Elon Musk.
But we've got the spray for the too windy. We
It's
can
not,
spray.
because I remember
It's a
going.
joke.
Oh,
It's a
all
joke.
right.
It's a joke. 50 years. Kill me now. So, yes. So we're all off to space again.
Yeah.
Mind you, we've been going off to space for the last.
I know, but this is
11
coming
years.
back.
No, this is because it's leaving from the United States.
And it's coming
It
back.
leaves from Russia all the time, but this is the first time in 11 years we're actually leaving from Cape Canaveral. So we're
Did
very
you
proud
notice-
of that.
Did
What?
did you notice those astronauts? I don't know if you saw them on,
In their
on the
suits.
window. And they sit like this with their hands are like this, you know, on their laps. And I thought, oh yeah, this is probably what they've learned to do to keep themselves calm, because they're just sitting there, and occasionally one will do that to the screen in front, and then they do this again. So I thought, oh yeah, that is a kind of
Oh, they're
a.
praying like hell.
They're
that they
praying,
get, that they don't go boom.
But do you
But
know
it's-
what I'm saying? though?
Yes,
They
I
must
do,
have- Right,
exactly.
okay, yes.
I know exactly what you mean.
Smile, so your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking.
You
No.
sound like a man. Stop it.
I am
It
a man.
scares me.
God's
Yes.
sakes,
You're
I've
a
got
big-
the balls to be a man.
Yeah, don't.
All right.
Don't. It's not nice.
I like to get
Can you
loud
get
sometimes.
off?
Alrighty.
Look, why is that? So, everything is whatever you want it to be. It's a state of mind. Where's your mind?
Can I let you
God knows.
face?
No, don't do that again, because that makes me wet my pants. So I can't bear that. So, anyway, and we can do that later tonight.
I think I'm going to get another tattoo when this is all over
Oh dear God,
to add to my dragon.
where is it?
I go, "Ah."
No,
I'm going to
you
have a
to.
fairy.
I beg your pardon?
Oh jeez, you can't do
Come,
it. Anyway, it
come
doesn't
around
matter.
the other way. Stand backwards and then
Stand
put your hand.
backwards.
Look,
It looks
no,
like.
stand back
Oh, like that?
and then bring it up.
Oh jeez.
There. Look
My
at that.
dragon. I just
Oh, it's hooked.
met a girl
Right.
with a dragon. Oh, stop
She's
me
got
now. Okay.
Yes, a
Let me
huge
see.
dragon on her arm.
I'm going to have a fairy there. Equilibrium. Dragon will kill you. Fairy dream.
Thank you. I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So, Saturday tomorrow.
Yes.
Have a great weekend. Like you've just finished work. Haha.
Right.
And have a great weekend. And, well, if you are working, God bless you. Take it easy. Be the best you can be. Oh, look, now we're getting the... Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Meow.
Made in China. Take it away. Take it away now. It's made in China. So, it is made in China, Viv. I know it is. It says it, look.
Yes, it's made in China.
because it's Chinese.
But like you say, we're all one planet.
Yes,
We need
doesn't
each
matter.
other.
Anyway,
Yes, goodbye.
okay. Everything is wonderful in its own way. What else do we need to do? Oh Lord, what are you
Just showing.
doing
This is
now?
like a show and tell. I think I have to throw these drying roses. I thought I could dry some roses, but they actually just look like dead flowers.
Well, that's what they are, babe.
I know, but it's not working.
No, I think they look good.
No, they're nasty.
I'm serious. Dry
I'm
them out. They
serious.
are dry. I think that looks nice over there.
No, I don't
Please
like
help
them.
me, God.
They're
Put
going.
them back. Oh no!
Really? What's he
Really,
gonna
they
do
look
with them?
cute. Put them back. And they smell. Where's my... Right. Okay, well, we're leaving now.
These are going
She
in the
does
garbage.
this
I
every-
don't really like these.
Right, I'm leaving. I can't take it anymore. So,
oh, are you
oh.
taking your vitamins? Vitamin D if you need it. Vitamins. Keep your
what are we doing
keep
now?
your immune
Keep your
system.
pecker up.
Keep your pecker up. Be happy.
Smile.
Smile.